What's going on, fam? Keith here, wanting to give you some feedback and actually something that I'm learning about, which are these Nikes. And so this video essentially is about these highly coveted Wu-Tang Heritage. They're a limited edition of release that took place on November 9th, 2024. And apparently this product has been replicated. So this video's intent is to show you just what to expect if you're purchasing a pair of these shoes and how to spot something that's counterfeit. So I want to start with the box. That makes the most sense, right? So I want to show you the box. And what actually I did is I bought this for a Christmas present over the holiday season. And to my surprise, I got sold a pair of counterfeit sneakers. So the first thing, like I said, is the box. I want to point out what to look for when you're looking at this pair of shoes. This is the box that they came in. And you can see it was a little bit beat up. This kind of tipped me off right away. You can see that there's a sticker on it here that is obviously printed not by Nike. Then there's this label on the box, which, you know, that looks correct, right, in some respects. I open the box up. Obviously the pair of shoes was in here. I pull it out. This is one thing I want to mention right away. If you get an authentic pair of these, they only come with one pair of laces, and it's the yellow one. So that was, you know, I didn't know any better. So I kind of continue to do some research. There's some apps out there that will tell you if it's authentic or not. There's also online companies that will verify that the shoe is authentic. This is the authentic box that they should come in. Really nice box. Way different than the one I just showed you. What you'll see is that this box slides. It slides out. The shoes obviously were inside of here. But some of the things you want to be looking for are obviously the quality of this box. It has to come in this black box to be this exact pair. And then this label here you can see is far different. Behind there, this label, there's actually a piece of metal. If you peeled this off, I'm not going to do that, that has like an HD SKU on it, so you can actually scan these or whatever. So that's what the box looks like. But let's just talk about the product itself. Now, I'm going to put both of the shoes side by side. One of these is real and the other one isn't. Maybe you can spot the difference. Okay, you can see right away, even in the picture here, that this is two different colors. That's not just the light. They are actually two completely different colors. So I'll start with the outside and I'll work to the inside. Now, when you look at these shoes, I'm going to point out a few things right away. You're going to see on the back right here, and by the way, the shoe on the left, this is the authentic shoe. The one on the right isn't. You can see how nice the stitching is on this. It's got this pillowed look on it versus this that just has stitching. There's no pillowing on that, if you can kind of see that in the video. All right, so kind of a dead giveaway right there. Another dead giveaway is when you look at the shoe, you can notice that, look at these laces. So this isn't even a Nike lace right here, okay? You can see the difference on this lace. This is what most Nikes of this product have. You see the difference in the lace right away. Again, and I said this pair only comes with the yellow laces. They were laced up, and they tried knocking that off. But the other thing that I want to point out is just the quality of the exterior. Okay, you can see if in the light here, if you look at this leather or pleather, whatever this product is, you can see it has some sort of what appears to be an embossing to mimic leather. But when you put the authentic here, you can actually really see the textures at an entirely different level. Okay. Also, this is the authentic shoe. If you look across the edge of where this rubber meets, it looks completely different when you look at shoe to shoe. Look here. You see how it looks like it's like not even blended together right? Okay, versus this. The way this is actually done, whatever press they use or whatever. So you can look at that. These are some things on the outside. The back right here, okay, on the inauthentic shoe is like a thick pleather. And then this one, which is our authentic shoe, is a thin, really soft. You can actually feel the difference. People say you could do the smell test on these, and you know, you can get an idea of what the shoe is, if it's fake or not. I don't know that I can understand that, but let me just kind of turn to the this view here. You can see on the shoes, this is the real one here. The top one is the fake one. You can actually see it on the toe. I haven't even worn these, but you can see how this looks like a real leather versus that shiny plastic on the top. All right, so then I want to turn towards the high top part of the shoe. Right here is a dead giveaway. This is a really thick padding versus this. The fabric is even completely different as well. So it's not nearly as thick. You can see it actually in the video. You can see that they're two totally different thicknesses on this. That's a dead giveaway on the quality. When you flip the tongue up, on the tongue, they're totally different as well. So this has like a fabric. The authentic has a fabric, but it's like a it's not a leather or like a terry cloth. It's actually a softer, I don't even know what it is, but it's totally different. This looks like a terry cloth. If you can see this here. The terry cloth versus this nice silky material. All right. The labels on the inside, they tend to look, you know, they try to mock that too, obviously. On the bottom of this one, you can see, though, it says made in Vietnam, and then it's a different language in Vietnam. I'm not sure what language that is. Here, you can see it just says made in Vietnam on the bottom. No additional language. So those are some of the other things that jumped out at me. You can see like how thin, and it kind of starts feeling cheesy when you put it next, like each shoe next to the other shoe. But wow, like, well done. Like, crazy how they can mock this up and actually try to get this, you know, counterfeited. But I want to move into the inside part of the shoe really quickly. So just like normal Nikes, you're going to have this is the fake shoe on the right. Just like normal Nikes, you're going to have some sort of paper stuffed in there. This is what was in the non-authentic one. And then in the authentic one, it was a nice, look at it, it's shaped like the shoe, okay? Like it should be, not this crappy ball of paper. So you can see the difference right there pretty easily. This is even a different color, some cheap like tissue paper that they found or whatever. It's not even worth blowing your nose on. That's how cheesy these are, okay? So the other thing is, when you look inside the shoe, right here, you can see that there's a little sticker. A lot of Nikes have that sticker. Not all of them, but this one should have it right at the end of the logo. When you look in the inside of this one, you'll see that sticker doesn't exist. Another telltale, if you take the sole off, the insole, okay, this piece of material would have lines that are glue lines that actually hold this in place. The fake one obviously doesn't have the glue lines. And another huge giveaway is what is inside the shoe here. Okay, so hopefully I can get this on video. You see that, how it looks webbed? It's like there's webbing. Okay, now look at the difference in the other shoe. Here's what the other shoe looks like. And I'm having to actually pull the glue off of this. I don't even want to take the entire thing out because it'll just ruin my shoe. So it should have some give, but you should be able to see what I'm talking about here. Okay, yeah, you can see the glue lines. You can see them just barely. You can see those like they run horizontally. And then inside the shoe, it's a soft material. It's not that webbed fiberglass or whatever the other one is. So, kind of, you know, those are some big things that just right away, you know, you're just looking at this product, but I didn't know any different. That's why I had to do a little research and figure out which one was real and which one was fake. So as I wrap this video up, the other thing, again, these shoes came laced. Both of them did. Notice how this doesn't go through the tongue. Again, just kind of a cheat because they don't care. When it came from the factory, the authentic ones, it has it laced through the tongue capture there. All right. This is something else. Again, just little things as I continue to look at these. Notice the punch out right here on the fake one. It's like not even punched all the way through. It's really not even well done. No QC on that. Okay, and then really here's the last thing that I want to give you guys in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I certainly did through this entire journey. But there's one other thing you can do. If you have a black light, you can use a black light. And I'm going to turn the lights off really quickly here. Should be able to still do it with this light. The bottom laces will actually light up on the authentic Nike. You can see it right here. See how this lights up? It looks fluorescent, and these don't. So that's a big deal. Okay, see it lights up on the entire shoe. The bottom lace looks neon. The fake shoe does not have that. You can see it doesn't light up. Okay. The other thing that the authentic shoe does not have are any strike lines to where the stitching should go. So when you look over the shoe with a black line, there shouldn't be any crown marks. This is what they use, like a cobbler, you know, a tailor, somebody that's doing clothing. They use some sort of, you know, crown and you can't see it unless it's under a black light. On the authentic ones, again, the only thing that lights up is the actual shoelace right here on the bottom, just like it's supposed to. On the counterfeits, you've got, and you can see this in the video, multiple crown marks right here, all around the logo, where they stitched it on. On this side, I think it's even worse. You can see it right there. You can see it right up against that. Okay, and you can also see it on the back. Okay. Those are all crown marks. They kind of jump right out at you. So you can't see it on this one on the back. Notice how there's nothing popping out. There's nothing fluorescent that pops out. This one, it's subtle, but you can see it. You can absolutely see it. Yeah, right there. Okay. So you don't see it with the light. You see it with the light. Just one more time to finish this off. You can see, look at that. You can see it perfectly right there. Okay. You can't see it with the black light. There it is. You can see it with the black light perfectly. All right. So hopefully this is helping somebody. Be very careful out there, guys, when you're making a purchase on something as expensive as these shoes. They're highly sought after, as I mentioned, and they obviously have people creating fakes. So hopefully this helps you guys. If it did, please leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Wu-Tang forever.